Hi friends, in this session we are discussing about merge sort, right? So in this concept we are mainly concentrating on what is the algorithm for merge sort, and after writing algorithm then we are tracing some elements based on this algorithm and finally arranging all the elements in the form of ascending order, right? So after tracing all the elements, then I am writing a program for merge sort using C language, right? Then we are analyzing the time complexity for merge sort in terms of best case, average case and worst case, right? So we are discussing one by one, right? So before going to these concepts, first of all, we know very well about what is divide and conquer technique. In previous sessions we are already discussing what is divide and conquer technique, right? So in computer science, for suppose if we want to solve any big problems, the entire problem can be divided into several sub-problems. Based on some conditions, we can divide the entire big problem into several sub-problems. So here I am taking big problem. So here I am dividing this big problem into sub-problem 1, sub-problem 2, sub-problem 3, right? So for these sub-problems, we are finding the sub-solutions. Finally, we can integrate all the sub-solutions. We can get the original solution to a big problem. So this is the general strategy for divide and conquer mechanism. So entire big problem can be divided into several sub-problems. Finally, we can find out the sub-solutions. We can integrate all the sub-solutions. We can get the original solution to a given problem, right? What are the major applications for this divide and conquer strategy? Binary search, quicksort and merge sort mechanism, right? So merge sort mechanism comes under which strategy? Divide and conquer strategy. So before sorting all the elements, the entire array can be divided into several sub-individual arrays. So after dividing, then we can sort, then only we can apply the conquer procedure. We can get sorted order. We can get the sorted order array of elements. So that is the general procedure for merge sort mechanism, right? So simply this is the application of divide and conquer strategy mechanism, right? So then we are discussing about algorithm for merge sort. So we know very well about what are the major elements for algorithm. So algorithm for merge sort. For each and every algorithm, I am considering 4 major elements, right? So what is the input? What is the output? What is the steps? What is the data structure? And what are the steps to implement that mechanism, right? So here, what is our input? For each and every sorting mechanism, we are considering the unordered array of elements. Then apply some procedure, we can get the ordered array of elements that can be considered as output, right? So for that purpose, we are considering array data structure. So array data structure comes under which one? Linear data structure, right? So here, what is the output? Unordered array of elements. What is the output? So apply some mechanism, we can convert unordered array of elements into a ordered array of elements. That is output, right? So ordered array of elements, right? So what is the data structure? So here we are using array data structure. So that comes under linear data structure arrays, right? So then we are writing some steps that are related to merge sort mechanism. So merge sort is the application of divide and conquer strategy. So for that purpose, the entire array can be divided into several individual arrays. For that purpose, we are considering some procedure. So procedure are steps for divide, and we are considering one more procedure for combining all the sub arrays. So here we are considering two steps. One is for steps for dividing, steps for combining or conquer, right? So we are discussing one by one. First of all, here I am writing steps for divide. steps for divide. So first of all, here I am creating one function that can be represented with the help of function definition. So here I am creating void. So function name is mergesort. So here I am dividing all the elements. So that's why I am taken as mergesort div. So you have to write any name. So this is our user defined function. So these functions are created by the user. So that's why you have to write any kind of name, right? So void mergesort division. So here for division purpose I am passing array. So array contains lower boundary value as well as upper boundary values. Both are integer values. So that's why we are also passing two more parameters. Those are integer arguments. So that's why I am specifying int comma int. Right? So this is the function definition for divide procedure, right? So after creating function definition, then I am writing function calling. So here I am calling mergesort division function. That is mergesort division. So this argument is for array name. This argument is for low. This argument is for high. This argument is for high. So here before calling this function, you have to set low value is equal to 0, high value is equal to n minus 1, right? Or directly you have to write these values in function calling. So low value is 0, comma high value is equivalent to n minus 1. Any one of the correct, right? So you have to initialize this one. Low is equal to 0, high is equal to n minus 1, or directly how to write the values for low, high, right? So we know very well about what is the difference between actual parameters and formal parameters. Actual parameters are defined in function calling, right? So during function calling time, actual parameters are copied into a formal parameter. So formal parameters are presented in function definition, right? So simply we are copying all the actual parameters into formal parameters. Then we can apply the procedure. Or otherwise you have to write low is equal to 0, high is equal to n minus 1. Any one of the correct, right? So here I am calling mergesort division function. Then I am writing a function definition for this function, right? So void mergesort division. Void mergesort division. So here these are the arguments: array, int, low, int, high, right? So at the time of function calling, actual parameters are copied into a formal parameters. So these are the actual parameters, these are the formal parameters. Now what is the value of low? 0. What is the value of high? n minus 1, right? So then here I am writing the actual function definition, right? First of all, here I am writing one condition: if low not equal to high. So here I am writing a procedure for dividing the entire array into several subarrays, right? So if low not equal to high, then we are calculating mid position. So mid is equal to low plus high by 2. Low plus high by 2. So this is the formula for calculating the mid position, right? Then the entire array can be divided into two subarrays, left subarray and right subarray, right? Again we are calling the function for left subarray as well as right subarray. So for that purpose, here I am calling mergesort division. So this is the function calling for left subarray, right? So which contains a comma low comma mid, left subarray. Right subarray contains mergesort division a comma mid plus 1 comma high, right? So after dividing each and every array into individual arrays, then we are finally calls the medsort combine function call, so which represents the medsort combine, right? So which contains array A, low, mid, high, right? So this is the procedure for medsort division, right? Simply here I am taking one example. So 6 2 7 1 0, right now. So 0 1 2 3 4. So what is the procedure if low not, first of all we have set low value is set to be 0, so this is our low, so low value 0, low, high, low, high, right now. So first of all we are checking low not equal to high, 0 not equal to 4, condition is true, then we are calculating the mid is equal to low plus high by 2, 0 plus 4 by 2, which is equivalent to 2. So that's why we can divide two subarrays, that is left subarray, right subarray, right? So here what is the left subarray contains? A, low, so low value is 6, up to we are dividing mid position. What is the mid value for this one? 2, so this is the mid position. We are dividing left subarray, 6 2 7. This is the left subarray which contains low value, mid value, up to mid value. This function call is for right subarray. Right subarray contains mid plus 1, 1, high, 0, right? So these are the two function calls. Again this function is recursively called for each and every left subarray, right subarray until low not equal to high. So now what is the value? 0 1 2 3 4, right? Again we are checking we are calling this function, for this function I am checking this condition, low not equal to high. So this is low, this is high, low not equal to high, then we are calculating the mid position, 0 plus 2 by 2, so which is equivalent to 1. Again we are dividing left subarray, right subarray, right? So until we can get the individual elements, we are applying this procedure recursively. So that is the procedure for divide, right? So after dividing entire array into several subarrays, finally we can sort all the elements, then we are apply combine procedure, right? So for that purpose here I am writing a steps for combine, right? So here I am writing the steps for combine. So after combine, entire array contains array A, low, mid, high. So that's why 4 arguments are specified in function medsort combine function, right? So here I am writing the steps for medsort combine. Steps for medsort combine, right? So here first of all I am writing function declaration for medsort combine. So void medsort combine. So here I am creating one user defined function medsort combine which contains 4 arguments, array name, int. So finally we are combined with the help of mid, right? So int, this is for low, this is for mid, this is for high, right? So this is the function declaration. So after declaring function, then we are calling the function, right? So then we are calling the function. What is the function name? Medsort combine A comma low comma mid comma high, right? So after calling this function, then we can define actual procedure in function definition, right? So while merge sort combine which contains array low, mid, high, right? So after creating function definition, then we are writing the actual procedure, right? So first of all, here and set I is equal to low, j is equal to mid plus 1, k is equal to low, k is equal to low, right? So these are the some variables I have taken in merge sort combine, right? So those values are set with the help of low, mid plus 1, low, right? So what are the variables? I, j, k, right? So here, so after set all the values, then we are checking one condition. While I less than or equal to mid, logical end of j less than or equal to high, j less than or equal to high, then we are checking one more condition. If y of I less than y of j, y of I less than y of j, then you have to write t of k is equal to y of k is equal to y of I, then increment I plus plus j plus plus, increment I plus plus j plus plus, right? So once this condition becomes a failure, in else part I am writing t of k is equal to y of j, right? So t of k is equal to y of j, we are incrementing j plus plus I plus, sorry, j plus plus k plus plus. So first of all we are checking I less than or equal to mid, logical end of j less than or equal to high. Both are true, we are checking if y of I less than y of j. This condition becomes true, then y of I is copied into one more temporary array, that is t of k is equal to y of I is incremented, k is incremented. Otherwise this condition becomes false, we are copy y of j value into temporary array, then j is incremented by 1, k is incremented by 1, right? So finally here I am closing this while loop. So end of while loop, end of while loop, right? So then what is our next step? Sorry. If I greater than mid, if I greater than mid, we are checking one more condition. So after completion of this while loop, we are checking one more condition, that is if I greater than mid, then while j less than or equal to high, we are checking one more condition. If this condition becomes true, we are checking this loop, right? So while j less than or equal to high, then we are copying t of k is equal to y of j, then j is incremented by 1, k is incremented by 1. So j is incremented by 1, k is incremented by 1, right? So here finally end of while. So once this condition becomes failure, in else part we are executing, we are checking one more condition, while I less than or equal to mid. While I less than or equal to mid, then we are copying T of k is equal to E of I. T of k is equal to E of I. Right? Then I is incremented by 1, j is incremented by 1. Right? So I is incremented by 1, j is incremented by 1. Finally, we are closing this while loop. End of while loop. And also closing this if and if. So after completion of entire procedure, so temporary array contains all the sorted elements. So that's why we can display all the temporary elements for, so what is the next step? For I, k is equal to low to high. Low to high. K is equal to low to high. Then we are copying k is equal to low to high. Then we are copying E of k is equal to T of k. E of k is equal to T of k. Right? So finally we are closing end of for loop. Right? So this is the procedure for combine. Right? So combine after dividing entire array into several sub arrays, we can sort all the elements. We can apply combine procedure. Right? So in combine procedure, compulsory array contains low value, mid value, high value. So that's why we can pass all the parameters. Right? So here I am writing the actual procedure. First of all, we can set I value is set to be low, j value is set to be mid plus 1, k value is set to be low. Right? So first of all, we are checking the condition. While I less than or equal to mid, logical end of j less than or equal to high. This condition becomes true. We are checking this condition. This condition is true. Then temporary array stores the A of I value. I is incremented by 1, j is incremented by 1. Otherwise, temporary array stores A of j value. J is incremented by 1, k is incremented by 1. Right? Otherwise, we are checking one more condition. So after completion of entire procedure, we are checking one more condition. If I greater than mid, we are checking this condition. This condition is true. Temporary array stores the A of j value. Otherwise, we are checking this condition. This condition is true. Temporary array stores the A of I value. Right? So temporary array purpose, I am taking k t. So t is nothing but temporary array. So temporary name is t. For iteration purpose, I am taking k value. Right? All the sorted array elements which are presented in temporary array